for Jim George, Professor Gadget, going to entertain us and educate us about technology and gadgets in general. Jim is the host of this segment, and he is the owner of American Cable Services and Media in Motion. And he just told us that the little videos we make, Robin, can be shown on the home TVs of his customers.
That is cool.
American Cable Service customers.
Yes.
So looking forward to saying hi to those folks.
Nice.
And Media in Motion is where you would go when your computer is on the fritz, get it working again, maybe get more memory. Can you add things to it?
You can.
Good morning, Jim. How you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Can you work on Macs? Or just Mike? What's it called?
My guys are pretty
Pretty good with them.
versatile, but I think Macs are no.
Macs or no?
I mean, a virus is a virus. You can do it. But a lot of the software that you see today to take viruses off and are basically made for. I mean, you can get a McAfee Max version or a McAfee,
PC version.
PC, but no. But Apple's no one's trying to break into an Apple right now.
That's what they
Everybody
say.
is corrupting Microsoft.
That's what they say. So how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
You brought in soda, making us all burp. You got us some
I
ginger
know.
ale.
It's Verner's ginger ale. We're going to sit around here and have gas
Lots
all
of
day.
bubbles, yeah.
I love this stuff. This is so
You
good.
have the
This
best
is the
tan.
best.
Don't you have the best tan? You
Well, I work outside.
have
yeah.
a natural. Is it natural?
No, I think
complexion?
I work hard at this tan.
I bet
So
you
we-
don't
you-
go to a tanning booth.
No.
outside.
I don't. I try not to even go to the beach and just to tan. I go to the beach. I'm gonna swim. I'm
Yeah, really?
I'm not going there to lay around.
Oh man, I'm with you.
But I do. Google.
Snorkel?
Snorkel.
Look at girls.
Ogle.
Oh, ogle. Okay. Yeah, I'm an ogler too.
Yeah, look at
I'm
the tan on that.
are you a covert ogler? Like, can you get away with it? Like you?
Oh yeah,
like
but old
nobody
man
knows?
now. Oh yeah. I look up the young girls
does your
all the
wife?
time and say, "Man, when I get some money, I'm going to buy one of them." I'm only kidding.
So,
I embarrass my daughters to
yeah.
yeah. My dad used to embarrass me, and now I embarrass them. I said, "What goes around comes around."
But see, if you say you're covert and you're not obvious, there's going to be somebody who proves you wrong. Because I'm going to give you an example.
Okay.
Now you're here at this time of the day. There's not usually too much happening out here, but later on you can watch guys. I think this is true for every guy. I think even gay guys probably turn their heads and look at a woman. That's what I think. But you see them turn their head. They will literally walk past
Yep,
a woman
yep.
and turn their head, turn around, right?
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
exactly.
Yeah.
They just go and they turn around. Some have walked into that post over there. That light
Standing
pole.
on the corner, watching all the girls go by.
That's funny.
Well, isn't that in a way why we have such a love of video and media in general? Is because we can get away with watching other people, whether it's girls or
Right.
anything. I saw a video this morning. It was about a monkey, though. You got to see this video.
It was
Have you
funny.
seen it? A baboon?
No, but last week you had the naked monkey. Now this week you
Naked
have
chimpanzees.
Yeah,
Yes,
naked, yeah.
yes. No, this is. Oh gosh, you got to see this video. Google this, YouTube it. It's a guy at the zoo, and he's doing a card trick for a baboon, and he basically makes the card disappear. And so the baboon's looking at his hands, and he's looking at it like, yeah, whatever, I've seen everything. And then when the card disappears, the monkey goes, what? What? What?
Where'd it go?
Oh yeah, I got to see that.
How did you do that?
That was funny.
He looks at the guy's hands. He looks at the guy's face. How did you do that?
Wow.
Yeah, if monkeys could talk, that's what he was saying. How the heck did you? See, I used to do the same thing with my dog. I used to pretend to throw a cookie. And I would say, go, get it. And then not let it go. And she'd look all over the living room. Where's that cookie? I know you threw it.
Cookie.
It's good. You can be a magician with animals. Animals, it's easy to be a magician.
Yeah.
So there was a tech story today. Let me read it to you.
Yes, please.
Here it is. Samsung is expanding its Galaxy ecosystem to Windows 10, specifically through the Galaxy Tab Pro S tablet that goes on sale today. It's the first Samsung Galaxy tablet that runs Windows. It's 1/4 inch thick, 1.5 pounds. It's a 2-in-1 machine that starts at $899.99. When the keyboard is attached, you can use it as a laptop, plus the 2-in-1 designation. It's designed to work with the recently announced Samsung Galaxy S7 smartphones.
Wow.
All right. Put that in English for me.
Yeah, that's one of those Verizon questions to ask your
Put
guy.
that in
who comes
English. I don't know what they're talking
But,
about.
well, what it means is you're paying too much money for your phone service. Man, that's a lot of money for a cell phone. You realize you can buy a laptop, a WizKid laptop. What I mean by that is plenty of RAM and hard drive and super speed and a new video card in there that's real fast for playing video games. That's probably about $400.
Wow.
And you're going to get a cell phone for $800. And that you can hook a keyboard to. So now you're going to carry in your back pocket a keyboard,
Yeah.
and then a laptop.
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
Uh-huh. Oh my.
Remember the
gosh.
old days where they had the boom boxes and the guys would put the boom box on their shoulder?
Yeah. Right.
Okay, just put a laptop on your shoulder.
Wait a minute. I remember the old days when you simply had to remember the song and hear it in your head.
Yeah, that was bad back in the rock days, right?
That's right.
I still do that.
Where you click two rocks together.
Right.
Yeah, Morse code.
Yeah.
Anyway, the technology is way beyond our comprehension. I mean, you take 10% of your listeners, and they probably don't even have a smartphone. They have a phone.
Yeah.
They
Right,
use
right.
it for what its purpose is.
Right.
And then you have to take another 10%, and they have a smartphone, and they may text, and they may use a phone, but they don't use the internet portion. And then the rest of them use the internet portion, let's say 80%, here and there, like directions to a place, the GPS part of yourself.
That's my favorite thing to use these things for. It's the only practical thing. All the other stuff I don't really need. I don't need games.
Right.
Not really. It's just,
But you can go for the best scenic drive there is along the ocean, and if you have kids in the back seat, they're texting. They're on the internet. They're not watching.
Right.
You go to an outing, a picnic, and everybody, the adults are sitting at the table talking and having a good time with each other, sitting with their cell phones.
so does it ever get old? I mean, does it ever get to the point where they're saying, "Oh man, I don't." Like, are their children going to say, "Oh gosh, I can't believe you guys looked at those things forever"?
Forever.
Or do you think the next generation will still be looking?
No, I think it's one of those things that's probably going to come and go as far as the amount of time we spend looking at a screen, because the way the technology is going, I guess you know that if you're deaf, you're hard of hearing, you can get a thing called I think it's called a cochlear implant where you can hear.
Right, yeah.
So they're going to have an implant for your cell phone. You just tap the left ear. Yep. What do you want? Yep. Okay.
Oh,
good
that
night.
makes sense.
Flip the right ear. Okay, I'm done. It's all going to be in your, an implant of some sort. And are we ever going to be there? No.
So the man who's the go-to guy for technology, you're a little bit jaded by technology.
I am. It's going too fast. Think about it. You just bought an S, whatever it is, for $700, and now today Samsung announced an $800 one.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
so you
at
wanna
what
upgrade.
point do you stop technology?
$899. Might as well say $900.
Yeah. At what point do you say enough is enough? Like, you had a phone for how many years that you were okay with?
You could make phone calls. Yeah.
Yeah. For how many years?
Yeah. Good point.
You were okay with it.
That's a good point.
Now you
yeah.
have a new phone.
What do you need all this computing? What do you need it all for anyway? Right.
Right. I just go to the payphone booth and put a dime in there and make a call.
Did you do anything for St. Patrick's Day yesterday?
I did.
What'd you do?
I went to Bonefish, I guess they call it, and bought my wife a home a dinner.
Oh, isn't that
Because
nice?
we were going to go out.
You brought one home.
Yeah, because we were going to go out today
Uh-huh.
and to Orlando to one of our favorite restaurants, and she decided against it. And I said, no problem, I'll bring you home a meal.
So what's it? An Irish-themed meal in some way?
Well, when you walked into Bonefish, everybody was wearing green and had flashing lights all over their hats and all. There was a party going on in there, and all I did was
cool.
want to get a meal to take home.
Did you ever go in Cafe Risque on St. Patrick's Day? Isn't that amazing how the girls have that green paint? Isn't that? Have you ever? You know what I'm talking about,
I
right?
think you're a little bit beyond me.
It glows
All
in the dark.
We'll take a little break. We'll be right back.
But maybe I should.
I've
tell
never
you.
done that. I was just being
I
silly.
can help wash it off.
All right, we'll be right back with Jim.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accidents. It'll be mostly cloudy for Friday with a shower or thunderstorm in the area in the afternoon. High 82 to 86. Mostly cloudy Friday night with lows in the 60s. For Saturday, variable cloudiness along with a shower or thunderstorm in the afternoon. High 81 to 85. Palm Sunday will start out with clouds and a shower with thunderstorm, then turn partly sunny, breezy, and cooler with highs holding in the 70s. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Plans for lunch Sunday?
Moms and dads, have a quality time lunch date with your little one.
Honey Baked Ham and Cafe is going to help.
Each Sunday through Mother's Day, bring your child under 10 to Honey Baked Ham at 2709 Southwest 27th Avenue in Ocala between Best Buy and Regal Cinema.
Your child's meal is free with paying adults. Eat it only.
Honey Baked Ham and Cafe serves only the highest quality food and provides a clean, quiet environment so you can enjoy your time together.
For more information, call 861-0011.
Hey Ocala, this is Kelly Hart, Executive Editor of Ocala Magazine. Did you know last year Ocala Magazine won more awards in excellence than any other publication in Florida? And this year, Ocala Magazine was named Best Consumer Magazine in the state. Now you can join me every Friday at 10 a.m. on Ocala Magazine Radio, where we bring the pages of Ocala Magazine to life, right here on The Source. Ocala Magazine thanks you for making us number one. And remember, there is only one Ocala Magazine.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Most couples get ring tattoos after the wedding ceremony, not for the engagement, which is smart considering 25% of all engaged couples, they never make it to the altar. Taking breaks help boost our mood and makes us more creative and productive. When a woman feels threatened, she tends to touch the front of her neck or play with her necklace because it's an area that's physically vulnerable. For men, their towel is fidgeting with their tie.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Hey, I'm Gary. And I'm Eric. Did you know that Red Eye Radio is on WOCA The Source every night from 2 to 6 a.m. and it's live?
That's right. No tape shows here.
We know that the news doesn't sleep.
And neither do we. So we're here with you live from 2 till 6 a.m. every weekday. Call us 866-90-RED-EYE. So join me, Gary McNamara.
And me, Eric Harley, every weeknight to discuss the latest in news and entertainment.
Right here on WOCA The Source.
WWWOCA, WWWOCA.
If you want to avoid getting ripped off and put more money in your pocket, then join me, Clark Howard, every weeknight at 6, right here on WOCA The Source.
Your source for the #1 sports weekends, Fox Sports, only on 96.3 FM, 1370 AM.
All right, 18 minutes after 9 o'clock. Jim George is here. He's our Professor Gadget. We're talking about gadgetry. And if you need information on cable service or maybe you've got a computer on the fritz, Media in Motion is where you would go. Where would they exactly bring the computer, Jim, if it was a...
Sure. We have a physical address of 1137 Southwest 7th Road. It's always good to call first, only because we're in and out. We come to your home and fix your computer, and we go out, to different job sites like Tall Timber is an RV park, and we have several other RV parks we service with wireless for wireless internet. So we could be out, and here you are standing at our front door.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So where are all those guys?
You know what I wanted to tell you? In the break, you were telling us about printing T-shirts and... trying to remember this. You know the 3D printers?
Yes.
You've heard of, you could print a cup, or you could print you can print plastic things, and now they have doctors who can print. They call it printing, but like an ear, actually tissue, flesh that you're going to use to replace a body part or whatever.
Bioprinting.
But I haven't heard that they're printing fabric. They can, you know what I mean? Like you said, print a T-shirt, and you meant print an image on a T-shirt.
Yes, yes.
But I wonder if they'll be able to print the whole T-shirt. You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden, there's your T-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they have machines that do that, but it's not a 3D printer.
It's called the loom, right?
Yeah, you have to see T-shirts being made to understand. Yeah.
Hey, if you think about it, a loom is the first 3D printer.
There you go.
Sure.
You put stuff in one end and get different things out the other. But we were mentioning also during the break about the type of people that walk by the window here, and this is a chasm. What do you call it? Microcosm of Ocala. Man, unbelievable people you see walking by your window.
It is. You get a sense here of what society looks like now.
Right. I mean, it's early morning, so all we see now is bronze, horses outside. But like you said, 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, I'm sure it's hustle and bustle.
Right.
Especially like the day before Christmas or something like that.
So I'm going to tell you about a piece of technology I heard about. Now, because we do radio and we do music, we've kind of got the radar up for technology that has to do with audio.
Right.
Okay. So now you don't do it a whole lot in radio, but like in a recording studio, you have to really tune the room.
Yeah.
Which is almost like making it dead, basically.
Yeah.
And in the old days, you would just do the best job you could. And actually, you could put a couch in a studio just to deaden the room.
Right.
Or you would staple egg cartons to the walls.
Yep.
Well, anyway, so there's a new piece of technology now, and I don't know if it's an app or a device, but it will read the room and then tell you exactly what you need and how much reflective noise there is, pre-reflective noise, whatever that means. Anyway, long story short, you want a room to be deadened. So like this room, like Dan put up these things.
Yep.
It'll tell you exactly what you need and where you need to put them to balance the room out. Isn't that amazing?
It's unbelievable. Yep. Yeah, we have noise meters of our own that we use. You can get cheap ones at Radio Shack, but we have an expensive one. And you just hold it in your hand and you go to different corners and say hello or whatever, or you can have a set tone, and it will tell you where it's bouncing from. And so you know where it's bouncing from.
Probably the same thing.
And that's where you've got to deaden it because it's hitting that wall bouncing back.
Yeah.
I remember in the old days they put carpet on the walls.
Right. The old studio had
just put
carpets on the
carpet
walls.
on the walls,
Yeah. If the building ever turned over, no problem. We're walking on the walls.
That's right. Do the shag.
It was shag.
Shag nasty, yeah.
All right, we have a phone call coming in. Let me take that call. Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, good morning. Back in 1961, Columbia Records did a very ambitious project. They brought in the Count Basie Orchestra and the Duke Ellington Orchestra together to do an album. They did it in one 12-hour session.
No, wow.
and they had two drummers, and so they baffled them off in a corner. And when you hear this record, you can hear these drummers going at it for all they're worth because they're isolated from the whole rest of the band.
Oh, wow, yeah.
They're going to be heard.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, wow. What year was that?
61.
61. Oh, okay. Wow, very cool. That is cool stuff. I miss those days. Thank you, Jim. Yeah, early in my life as a musician, I used to go into studios, and the drum was the one thing that got the most attention as far as microphones and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, back in those days, they had, and Robin remembers this, they had noise gates. Mm-hmm. And the noise gate was simply, although I don't know how the technology worked, but they would put a microphone to the bass drum, a microphone to the snare drum, a microphone to each cymbal, a microphone to each tom. Everything that had a mic, okay,
right.
And then they would be in the studio adjusting these noise gates, so that none of the other microphones could hear that, whatever that was. So that one microphone was only, you could shout into it and it wouldn't hear you.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
The only thing it could hear was that sound of that particular drum.
Right. It was an equalizer, and they and everything gives off a certain resonant tone. And they would have a band pass filter only past that band of frequencies.
Isn't that amazing?
It is. We still use that a lot, even in cable TV.
Do you really?
If we want to pass one channel or pass this, or we put a band pass filter in, and we do that a lot because a new channel may come in, and it's so strong that it interferes with another channel. So we deaden or lower the interfering channel so that the two can coexist.
Mm.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, no, technology is unbelievable. It's like the atomic clock. You know, our battery in our atomic clock went bad. We noticed it Monday.
You have an atomic clock?
We do, yeah. It's controlled by the satellite.
Okay. Uh-huh.
We had one.
Yeah.
It doesn't work anymore. It's still here.
Oh, I know what you mean. The thing we had over the board in the other? Okay,
It's
that was
still here,
atomic. Okay.
Okay, so we took the battery out, and we put it in. It was stopped at 5:10 in the morning. So this was like 10 in the morning. So we took the battery out, put the new battery in, and hung it on the wall, and we just see the minute clock.
Oh, just doing it by
itself. The minute clock is going crazy, and then it comes to where it's 1 hour behind where we're at. And then we said, well, don't you have to manually set it? And one of my investors said, no, you don't have to manually set it. You wait about an hour, and it'll realize through the satellite that it's now Eastern Daylight Savings Time. And it will change itself. Sure enough, within an hour, click, the hour hand moved.
Wow.
One complete hour.
Wow.
Everything automated.
That is cool.
I know. It's just it. And then, of course, what my wife likes about the new dryers, when you have a washer and dryer, you probably have noticed, if you leave the clothes in too long in an old dryer, they're all wrinkled and everything.
Yeah.
What do the new ones do? They retumble again.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
they fluff them up?
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the new one says so. Even though it's dry, it will keep tossing it. If you don't open the door within 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, it'll tumble them some more.
Oh my gosh,
keep
so
them
cool.
fluffy so they don't get all
Wow.
All wrinkly.
That's a neat
I bet you
idea.
that drives the cat nuts. So one of the things about technology that I'm kind of glad went backwards was the digital watch. Kind of disappeared. Everybody still now has clocks like you just described with a big hand, a little hand,
yes.
right? And so I was told with digital watches, the kids don't know how to tell time anymore with a normal analog clock.
No, they don't.
Yeah, but now they do because that's everybody's watch has.
It took me years to teach my youngest daughter how to read a clock. Because she had in school they had the digital clock. Everything was digital.
Yeah.
Why don't we have a digital one? I said, you need to learn north, east, south, and west, and you need to learn clocks because when they say you're driving, put one hand on the 10 o'clock and one hand on the 2 o'clock. Do you know where they're at? No. And she was like 11 years old and didn't know how to read an analog clock.
That's not her fault.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Yes, good morning. Years ago, I had a wristwatch called Omega, which was a pretty popular brand, and they said it had a tuning fork that ran it. You know what that was?
Yeah, that's the oscillator. So just like anything has to have a beat to it, that was the oscillator. So the tuning fork gave off a constant tone all the time, and that set the clock to always move every 1 second to another position.
I believe, if I remember right, you had to wear it a lot. I mean, you couldn't let it sit because it had to have movement to keep it going. Is that right?
Yeah, same as a self-winding watch. You get a self-winding watch, and you set it on the counter over the weekend. Come Monday morning, you may not have it the right time.
Oh, yeah.
It's got to be moving.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, we are almost at the end here. So bottom line is technology is a buffet of things, and you don't eat everything at the buffet.
No. And you don't want everything at the buffet.
No, you just take the things you like, and that's how we all survive.
I mean, some of the apps on these cell phones are great and very educational. Like the one I told you we have on our cell phone that you can hold up to the sky. You can see every satellite. As you move your cell phone up or down or left and right, it will show you that you're lined up with a certain satellite. Same thing with star constellations. You can do it, and you can see every constellation. So if you
cool.
You just hold it up. If you see a star, and it will say Jupiter or Venus, and you know exactly, every. But then some of these other apps, they're just bad apps.
Well, and I think some of it is cool, and the other things we use regularly. Like I use GPS especially when we're going on a trip.
Yeah.
Use it relatively regularly, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get to where you're going.
Right, exactly.
Even though I used to be able to use a map pretty good. I was pretty good with maps.
Yeah, I'm pretty good with maps.
Well, thank you for bringing in the Verner's
you're welcome.
ginger ale.
So
for those who need your computer fixed or just tuned up or maybe defragged or something relatively simple, Media in Motion can do that for you. Call Jim George and his guys. What's your number, Jim?
854-9795. And have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you. You too.
Bye now.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu, an American who tried to join ISIS, speaking out.
No smoking, and I found it hard for everyone there.
Mohammed Jamal Hoyce in an interview airing on Kurdish TV saying he made a bad decision and had to get out of Mosul. The U.S. and allies, meanwhile, conducting 20 strikes against ISIS militants in Iraq and Syria. and the FAA investigating after a scare in the
An
air.
American Airlines flight from Raleigh inbound LaGuardia jolted by lightning.
They flashed a light and a big explosion. The plane dipped about 100 feet. I don't know. It just felt like I was on a roller coaster.
Passengers say it was terrifying. The Embraer commuter jet diverted to JFK Airport where it landed safely. Nobody injured, but there is a burn mark on the airplane.
Fox News Radio's Jack Callahan. Fox News. We report. You decide.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
My daughter's a good gymnast because she practices a lot. Against the wall. We needed to paint. So I talked to Jen at Ace.
I told Dana when it comes to durable paint that really stands up to kids, you can't beat our best. Valspar Optimus.
Ace is the place that helps with beautiful walls and perfect handstands.
Now through Monday, buy a gallon of Valspar Optimus and get one free. Only at Ace, the helpful place. Limit 2 free gallons per household, which must be of equal or lesser value. Prices may vary while supplies last. Store stock only. See participating stores for details.
Platinum is a word reserved for premium products, hence why you've never seen platinum corn dogs or platinum toothpicks. So you know Pennzoil Platinum is the good stuff. And now Napa's got Pennzoil Platinum full synthetic oil for just $5.29 a quart. Plus, buy 12 quarts, you get $2 per quart back by mail. For just $5.29 a quart, you'll get premium oil for a corn dog price. That's Napa know-how. General states pricing. Sales prices do not include applicable state, local taxes, or recycling fees. Offer expires 3/31/16.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Most couples get ring tattoos after the wedding ceremony, not for the engagement, which is smart considering 25% of all engaged couples, they never make it to the altar. Taking breaks help boost our mood and makes us more creative and productive. When a woman feels threatened, she tends to touch the front of her neck or play with her necklace because it's an area that's physically vulnerable. For men, their towel is fidgeting with their tie.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.